Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about brown spots and lawn disease, specifically dollar spot lawn disease. Alright, so stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for joining me for once again another lawn care video. This is Mike with Jealous Lawn Care, and I'm helping you to make your neighbors a little bit more jealous of your lawn. So today we're going to talk about lawn diseases, and specifically we're going to target dollar spots. Now you might be looking at my front lawn here and saying, hey, everything's perfect, but if you guys have watched my YouTube videos in the past, you know a lawn is never perfect. There's always problem spots, and let's go investigate. So try and keep your eyes not focused on the stripes. I know it's hard, I focus on them too, but we have to see beyond the stripes, okay? So let's be investigative here. So if we take a quick overview of my lawn, you don't really see many problems, other than maybe a little too much shade for this video from these trees. But shade aside, if we look right here, if you look at this spot right here, you see a little patch of brown, another little patch of brown there. Let's get up close to one of these. This is dollar spot. This one's not too bad. This is a very early stage of it. Here's a little worse stage of it. You can see how this is pretty circular pattern here, and it's just spots here and there. Here's another spot right there. Very obvious. Dollar spot is one of the easiest things you can tell with lawns. You can see a little patch there. I mean, it's starting to come pretty rampant this year. Or not, I shouldn't say rampant. So dollar spot lawn disease is one of the most easy lawn diseases to figure out. And that's because it comes in these patterns that are so obvious. It's basically circular, looks like a dollar. They start like a silver dollar and then they basically expand. So this is usually not an issue. That's the good thing. So let me do a little more walkthrough with you guys. I don't really see any other issues, so it's pretty concentrated over there. Maybe 5 or 6 spots of it. Looks like there's starting to be one little spot there also, so not too bad. And I was never worried about this. I saw one of these patches a couple weeks ago, didn't really care too much. This is the end of August, so I actually went without. Oops, well, there's another one right there. So overall, I've got maybe 6 or 7 spots of dollar spot lawn disease, and that's not too bad. Not really a big deal to me because of the fact that dollar spot usually goes away on its own. So dollar spot lawn disease is very similar to all other lawn diseases. They come in usually the hottest times of the year when you got a lot of humidity, little watering, and this year we basically had a drought season for a couple weeks in July and August. So if you've watched my prior videos, you know that I'm not too big of a fan on watering heavily and frequently. So what I like to do is only water when it really needs. So basically the ground is all dry underneath in the roots. Then we had a good amount of rain, and most of the rain is coming from overnight, which, hey, we always know not to water at night because it causes lawn diseases, and boom, here we go. So we had a decent amount of watering only at night for a couple days, and this is what it produced. And I will caution and give you a heads up that this is the first year where I did not put down any lawn fungus control app like I usually do, middle to end of May. So this year I went without it, just to see, because it's good to see how your lawn tolerates certain conditions throughout the year on its own. So it's always a good thing if you don't have to put down product and your lawn is okay without it, as long as you're catching any problems that do come up exactly when they come up. If you're not cutting the grass, you're not paying attention to mowing habits, and your lawn condition, looking for these weak spots like I do frequently, twice a week, every time I mow. So you do want to make sure that you check for these things very frequently. Or put down your preventative lawn fungus control app like I'm going to be doing now. And to be honest, dollar spot is a very non-threatening disease, we'll say. Not like brown patch or some of the other diseases which you have to remedy with product. Dollar spot usually just means that it's a lack of nitrogen in your soil. And it happens when the soil or the dirt is very dry and then it rains. It rains lightly. We're not talking deep rains. We're talking light rains. So basically the leaf blades, the foliage if you call it, is actually wet. So it's wet there, but it's not getting down into the soil, not deep enough rain. And this causes an issue. Same reason why we always tell you in the lawn care communities that when you water, don't lightly water every single day. Of course, that's bad for the root system. You're not going to get deep roots that way, but it's also bad because of the fact that the water won't get deep down into the soil as much as if you were to water infrequently, less frequently, and deeper. That's definitely the best way to do it. So that's not what happened here. This was Mother Nature running its course. So didn't have enough water, enough deep watering, and boom, without that fungus control app, I got some lawn disease. So how should we cure it? Should we wait and let it grow on its own? Because most of the time, dollar spot lawn disease will actually cure itself just from the blades of grass growing up from the soil. Shouldn't have any issue. It should outgrow it on its own. And again, I say should. This is why you have to monitor your grass at all points. So I saw when the very first patch showed up, wasn't an issue. I wanted to see if it went away on its own. Then within 1 to 2 weeks, boom, it's spreading a little bit. So now I say mine is not going to go away on its own. So let's get some fun and put down some lawn fungus control apps. Alright, so here's the product we're going to use. Scotts Lawn Fungus Control. Link to it below in the description, of course. And I'm going to be using our spreader. And I'm going to be doing the whole front section here. Alright, instead of doing like a little bit, you don't want to use this by hand, first of all. And second of all, I want to make sure I got the whole front covered. Because like I said before, I didn't do this preventative this year. This is the first time I did not do it. And this is a good test, in my opinion, for the rest of the lawn. Maybe this part of the lawn is weaker than the rest. So this is all a learning thing. Every year you learn about your lawn. You learn about positives and negatives, weak spots, stronger spots. So I'm going to do the whole front section. And we're going to be setting our Scotts spreader to 4 for this. And one bag of this does 5,000 square feet. Oh, and I will mention also that if you look at the back, they have different rates on this little table right here. Preventative rate and normal rate. Normally my rate would be 2.5 as a preventative rate. But since I already see problem areas, then I'm using the curative rate, or the normal rate they call it, which is a 4. Now that we got our edge guard on, let us start. Alright, edge guard off, and let's continue. So as much as I would love to say that this lawn disease came up because I wanted to do a test on it. That's not exactly the case. And if you believe that, you have not been watching my videos. Shame on you. You know, everybody tries to skimp here and there. You want to find out and test your own lawn, though. Find out, like I said before, the strengths and the weaknesses of each area independently of each other. So I wanted to find out whether or not I actually needed the control apps of the lawn fungus control or not. So I missed it this first year, and sure enough, I had a little breakout of dollar spot. Again, dollar spot, not really a big deal. If I had other ones like brown patch or some other type of diseases, then I'd be a little more concerned. But this usually comes up because of a lack of nitrogen. And in my opinion, I take that as an insult. Lack of nitrogen, really? Am I not throwing down enough Milorganite? That's rough. That's such an insult to me. Now keep in mind, it is the end of summer. It's the end of August. And the last time I put down any nitrogen, meaning Milorganite, was July 4th weekend. And again, the only reason I put it down in July 4th is because it's slow release and organic, so it's actually okay for the summer to use that. It's not too stressful, versus if it's pushing too much nitrogen, too much growth, you don't want to stress out the lawn with a synthetic. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise then, because it's used to having that monthly dosage of Milorganite or other fertilizers with nitrogen. And because it's not getting that, it's been, 2 months now, the whole July and the whole August, where it hasn't had any nitrogen, and really lack of rain for more. So that's basically the perfect storm, we'll say. A whole bunch of factors working together or working against your lawn is what the issues were here today. So if you had these issues, hopefully this will fix it for you. I'll show you a little update in a couple weeks here. Don't want to finish this video and then you guys say, hey, I want to see the results. I don't want to just show you, the beginning stages. I want to see the before and what you did to fix it, and then also the after effect, the results. Show me that there's no more brown spots, Mike. Show me. I want to see that dollar spot be gone in your lawn with no other tricks or editing features, and that's why I do these videos. I want to show you guys exactly what I do from beginning to finish. Some of these videos may be a little long, some may be a little short. Nah, let's be honest, none of my videos are really short. We all know that, but that's why you guys love these, right? Because all the details right in here. And if you never like a little section that I'm doing, there's always in the description below on all my videos a timestamp schedule, so you can skip along and go to a relevant topic for you or a non-relevant topic. So you can pick and choose any of my videos what you want to see, so you're not bogged down with seeing just me talking and getting mesmerized by stripes. But of course, that's what we're all here for, though. But to each their own. I digress. So I'll show you in a few weeks now the updates. Alright? And last but not least, don't forget to blow off your driveway or sidewalk, because anytime you put down product, it can always stain. So you don't want any staining on your sidewalk or driveway. So use that blower or sweep it off. And just like most product you put on your lawn, keep in mind that you will have to water it in. You don't have to water it like you do with a lot of synthetic fertilizers, because they burn the grass if they're not watered down into the roots. This, you don't have to do that, but right on the bag it says if you want it to be activated, you need to water it. It'll sit there and wait for rain, but hey, we want results now. So let's get to that watering. All right, here's the update from a couple weeks ago when I put down the lawn fungus control app to get rid of the brown spots, or the dollar spot I should say. So this is the general area where it was, and you can see I'll move around from several angles here. You can tell it is completely gone in all the little spots. Just that one single app. That's all I really needed. And a little bit of rain never hurts, right?
So this is one of my last stripings of the year, because as I set my moor height lower and lower, I no longer mow stripes because the stripes aren't as distinct anymore, because you need that higher grass height to have better stripes. But anyway, it's a little tangent. So I don't see any signs of the brown spots anymore. All you see is my footprints. So I hope this nice, quick, short video helped you guys regarding your dollar spot lawn fungus disease. It's not an urgent one, as you can tell. You can treat it, you can not treat it, you can let it go on its own, but I like to just have some of that Scotts Lawn Fungus Control always in my garage, just in case. Like shown here, maybe it was needed, maybe it wasn't. You know, I saw this brown patches coming, this dollar spot. I saw it coming early, and I just wanted to monitor it, and it did start to spread, and that's the only reason why I put it down myself. Once you start seeing it spread and spread, then it's a good time to put it down. But at first appearance, you really don't have to do it, because most of the time this will go away on itself, this dollar spot. If you guys have any other questions, leave me something in the comments below. And thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.